Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan, and yes, I have my lighting and I have my fan. How you doing in YouTube land? I hope and pray that you and yours are happy and healthy and safe and well. Right now the time is approximately 8 p.m. and 3 minutes Eastern Time, and the date is Wednesday, February 8th, 2023. The moon is the moon is waning in Virgo, and I believe by tomorrow, Thursday, February 9th, 2023, the moon will be waning in Libra, and the sun is transiting in Aquarius. So I have a few quick updates about some of the projects that I have in the works. So recently, Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, and I went to one of our local stores and found this beautiful folding table, which is perfect for implementing his idea for making my walkthrough videos pop. I have been chomping at the bit to get everything together for making my walkthrough videos pop, and believe me, this table is perfect. It's a bit heavy, but it's definitely on the sturdy side. It is a folding table, so when it's not in use, I can put it away. And it will be the table that I not only use for walkthrough videos on my YouTube channel, but whenever I cast the cards, I'll be using that table as well. And it's perfect. The price is reasonable. The construction is very strong and sturdy. It's black. It's a black tabletop, but I'll still use a layout cloth because, you know, I prefer using a layout cloth when I'm laying out cards. And absolutely, it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm very much looking forward to having it in place for my soon-to-be updated, super popped walkthrough videos for my YouTube channel. The other thing is, I'm definitely looking more at, actually, you know, that's something that I want to address again. It still amazes me and boggles me that YouTube felt they needed to compete with TikTok, hence YouTube Shorts. And I'm just like, this is such ridiculousness. You know, one of my favorite people on planet Earth, Swan of Dreamers, she's been doing a few shorts on her YouTube channel lately. I love her. She can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. I will watch shorts from time to time. I certainly watch hers. But the one thing I've noticed about YouTube Shorts is that I cannot share them on all the social media platforms that I use to share YouTube videos. For example, every time I share a YouTube short on Tumblr, I get an error message. That's not a coincidence. So I'm like, oh, okay, good to know. So, you know, as much as I would love to share YouTube shorts on my Tumblr page, it doesn't happen because there's always an error message. And I have done this with other YouTube shorts from other YouTube channels. Every single time it's a YouTube short, I cannot share it on my YouTube, on my Tumblr page. So yeah, so that to me is an inconvenience because those share buttons are there for a reason. The other thing that I have in mind, and you know, it's an idea that I've had before, and I haven't done that much of a good job implementing it more often. I definitely want to do the BookTube thing. And I've done the BookTube thing a few times, but I definitely want to make talking about books a regular feature on my YouTube channel. And I absolutely want them to be a little more diverse because I think about what I normally read. What do I normally read? I normally read metaphysical books. I normally read cozy mysteries, especially if the cozy mysteries have a cat, or have a bookstore, focus on books, focus on coffee, focus on tea, focus on, what else, cafes, you know, magic, psychic abilities. You know, those are my usual go-tos when it comes to cozy mysteries. But I would like to do some non-magical cozy mysteries every once in a while. And certainly, I definitely want to do books that are not necessarily in my wheelhouse. But I know that there are some books I'm not going to do on my YouTube channel. Westerns are one of them. I have nothing against Westerns. I don't. They just don't do it for me. The closest I came to watching a Western on TV was Firefly. But because it was a space age, um, or rather a science fiction based Western, I think that was, and of course Joss Whedon before I found out the real Joss Whedon. Um, but his brilliant mind came up with some really great shows. I loved Dollhouse. Of course, I forever lived for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and its spin-off Angel, as some of you know all too well. So yeah, I definitely want to at least every month do a book-themed video. And I've done them before, but I've definitely gotten off track with doing book-themed or booktube type YouTube videos, and I promise you I am going to get back on track with that. At the very least, I could absolutely handle one booktube style video every month, at the bare minimum. Of course, I've actually done one so far this month, and I did one last month, so I'm already doing this, so I might up it to like 2 or 3 a month. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, there are other YouTube videos that feature books that I have yet to do, and some that I am long overdue to publish. So there are some surprises in store for all of you with regards to booktube type YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. And of course, in the meantime, I am creating as much of a balance as possible between my professional life and my personal life. That, to me, is an ongoing project because, number one, I do have a history of being a workaholic. And I have 3 planets in Capricorn: Sun, Mercury, and Venus. So being a workaholic and focusing on my professional life to the exclusion of virtually everything and virtually everyone else is really easy for me. But I really have come to create this balance of professional life and personal life. It's precarious. Sometimes I handle it well and sometimes it goes ka-flunk. But, that to me is an ongoing project, that it's an ongoing focus for me. Like, yes, make sure that I am not overdoing the professional life, that I'm not overdoing the personal life. And of course, it's very important for me to keep up the other components of my professional life, because I do more than just offer readings. I do more than just offer energy healing treatments. I offer other psychic services. I have my WordPress blog. I have 2 WordPress blogs actually, one is my professional, metaphysically oriented one, and the other one is my personal LGBTQIA plus focused one. And then of course I have my YouTube channel. So I have other things that are part of keeping my professional psychic practice alive out there in the public eye, etc. And then of course, my personal life. And one thing that I must do this month is have a sacred solitude period, because I've come to realize that having one of them every month really works for me, where I can just focus on my journal writing, my rituals, my meditations, my prayers, my reading books, reading tons of books. And I have a lot more new decks in the last month. Between Yule in December and my birthday in January, decks are a big part of that. So, there are decks that I've received, there are decks that I've given myself, and, I definitely want to start getting back on track with working with them and connecting with them. And through the Card Geek, I have absolutely been spending time with my Kipper decks. So I definitely want to spend more time with Kipper and get a better sense of of the gist of doing a Kipper reading. And I also want to finish at least, I want to make more progress on the first Kipper book that I'm reading, which is the one by Alexandre Muzrak. And I have his Kipper deck. I want to buy his Lenormand book, and I also want to buy his Lenormand deck. There'll be wonderful additions to my collection of Lenormand books and Lenormand decks. So these are some of the projects that I have in the works, and then of course I have a really exciting project that I will be launching next month for my YouTube channel. I am very excited about it. It is, I've talked about it in at least one or two previous videos, but I will say a little bit more about this series now, and that is that it is going to be a monthly series. My intention is to have it be monthly. My intention is to have it published on a Monday. Monday is a great day for me. I've always loved Mondays, even when I worked traditional business hours. When I became a witch and when I began studying and practicing magic and witchcraft, I discovered why I've always loved Mondays. Between the lunar connection, being in the day of the moon, focusing on intuition, focusing on the great goddess, it made perfect sense. I was like, no wonder I've always loved Mondays. And really, even when I worked traditional business hours, Mondays were always exciting for me. Mondays were always exhilarating for me. I felt alive, I felt energized, I felt like this is the start of a great week. And, you know, having the great goddess at my back, behind me, supporting me, and guiding me, I couldn't help but feel energized when I would begin my work week that particular Monday, or rather on those Mondays. Fun fact, earlier today I was visiting a website and I saw Garfield the cat on the devil card, and his two humans were the ones at, you know, below him, and the caption at the bottom read Mondays, and I'm like, I've never had that relationship with Mondays. I just never have. So, you know, and I love that. I love that Mondays are exciting for me, and even now, it's like, now that I've been self-employed as a full-time psychic for 2 years going on 3, it's like Mondays still excite me. Mondays continue to excite me and delight me and all that other good stuff. Anyway, so I want to thank all of you in YouTube land for honoring who I am and what I do, and for honoring Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person, for my YouTube videos and everything he does as well. Thank you so much for all the likes, for all the comments, for all the shares, and for all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. All those likes, all those comments, all those shares, and all those subscriptions make a big difference for a YouTube channel. And they still make a difference for a YouTube channel even if the YouTube channel content creator is not a professional YouTuber. I've thought about this, I've talked about this. I am not interested in all the hoops that one needs to go through to be a professional YouTube channel content creator. I would rather people continue to avail themselves of my psychic services from having watched me on one of my YouTube videos. That means more to me than anything else. And of course, an extra big and beautiful thank you to those of you who have scheduled your sessions. I conducted a first-time video reading with a brand new client last night who was referred to me by somebody else who has also, who found out about me through my YouTube channel. And I will tell you, he is the newest walking commercial for Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, as evidenced by how especially abundantly full my professional psychic practice was this past December 2022. So I wish all of you a great night, a beautiful week, an amazing weekend, and as always, stay tuned for the next video.